to our coverage of Comic-Con 2017. My name is Julia Cunningham. I'm so excited for the cast and director behind Thor Ragnarok coming out to theaters in November. I'm sitting next to the titular... The actual Thor sitting right next to me. I want to start with you, Chris, just in terms of your early conversations with Taika, because this is not a movie we have seen before, you know, even visually in the Marvel universe. What did you guys initially talk about, what you wanted this world to look like, what this new movie and the Thor escape would look like?
Just how bored we were of the other things that I'd done in my life.
I doubt it.
No, we kind of were. No, Tucker called me and said, if you do anything similar to what you've done before, besides Ken Branagh's work, as you mentioned. Yeah. No, but it was, everything was great. I'd had a great time and we'd done all these great things, but it got to the point where it was like, it all felt familiar and less sort of, I don't know what, we wanted to take a chance to do something different, and Taika said, let's put away everything we have done and just experiment, and the whole film felt like that, you know, it felt like every day was how far can we push it in the wrong direction.
Yeah, in the wrong direction, yeah, or in the least
which eventually got to the right direction.
Well, we were also, no disrespect to the other films, but we had to approach it as if it's the first Thor film, as a standalone.
It does. It feels like weirdly, almost like a renewed sense of energy, if that makes sense, right? In this world, and in some ways, you know, especially with these Marvel movies, every single one, I'm like, they keep getting better and better. And I almost wonder, it's like, where do you take it to the next level? So you bring in Cate Blanchett, I guess, is the next level. But have we seen you as a villain before? I was trying to go through every single one of your credits where we get to see you in this world.
I think I've been relatively bad.
Off camera.
Off camera, it's awful.
The more the way you carry outside of the acting.
Yes.
But tell us about your character, Hela, and how we see you.
Well, she's the goddess of death, so it's kind of, it's a bit of carte blanche. But
when you get that idea, I mean, you can take it in a million ways, right? Sort of idea where you think, like, I get to play the goddess of death. Like, do I want to be like a chip on my shoulder? Do I just want to be all-consuming? Do I carry to my eyes and the way I hold myself? What was sort of your, I'm tackling this character?
But I think, I mean, I don't want to speak for everybody, but I mean, maybe I was the only one who came on board, obviously because of Chris and Mark and and everyone who was involved. But it was to work with Taika, so you're in a Taika universe. And, I'm the only one who's probably
She's the only one who said that.
I didn't know he was directing.
So I mean, you can make all those decisions you want, but you've got to be in the film with everybody else.
Yeah,
and also, I mean, the fan base for these things, it's huge. It's crazy. Terrifying, the amount of people out there. And so I went onto the YouTube and onto the YouTube. I went onto the YouTube. All these girls who were really obsessed with Hela and doing all these Hela makeup. So you kind of go to the fan base, and there was so much to draw on, you know, from them.
Absolutely, and we see in the trailer, which I'm assuming we're going to get some sort of first look of something during your panel, but in the trailer we see, you know, Thor's hammer completely destroyed. You emerge with these swords. Was that a curated thing?
It was all in camera.
It was all in camera, done in person. Is that because Marvel was like, if we're going to get rid of that, we need him flexing both arms this time, not just one arm for multiple purposes? What is the inclusion of these, right? More close-ups of arms flexing, I'm sure was written in.
Well, it was Hela's arm flexing when she crushed that.
Yes, when she just crushes it to a million pieces.
Yeah.
And it's badass if you've not seen this trailer. I want to include Mark, who, of course, plays Hulk, and we get to see him as this sort of champion fighter. We've not seen him in a while in the universe. He gets to pop up, and it looks like he's prideful. It's like we get to see a little different side of Hulk.
You get to see the champion of Sakaar.
Yeah, people love him. He comes out to this loud applause.
They're not afraid of him like they are on Earth. So he's actually quite beloved on Sakaar and likes his new life there.
Does it give you a different sort of sense of like?
Look to us.
It's like, are you going to beat him or is it a different sort of like Hulk that we get to see though, because we don't normally get to see him in this place of admiration and praise, right? That's
he's usually scorned and feared and hated on Earth, and now now he's in a place where they think he's the cat's meow.
Right, and we get to the Grand Master, played by Jeff Goldblum, who I imagine, Taika, you just said, you say just go Goldblum, and the camera's rolling. What was your...
I didn't, because I think, well, out of the possible, how many possible Jeff Goldblums on the Jeff Goldblum scale do you think you were operating at? Out of 10?
1 or -2.
11.
You got a full 10 Goldblums out of a possible 10 Goldblums.
10 Goldblums out of a 10 Goldblums. And Chris, we have, when we see this trailer, I'm assuming, there's more to come. You can head to EW.com for more updates. But we get to see this one great line. We get to see some of your humor that we've seen in Ghostbusters and all these other movies, of you finally seeing the Hulk, and you get to say to him, or you turn to the ground and you're like, I know him. He's a work buddy. Well, is this sort of improv?
So we had a young kid, a Make-A-Wish kid, on set that day. And in between the takes, I was talking with him and come back and forth. And he goes, you should say he's a friend from work. So
really?
That young man, the young man who I keep in contact with.
That's cool.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
So, oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Were there other sort of improv, would you allow sort of more playing and improv in the set? Would you guys...
I would say
95%.
95%.
The words were probably, just me yelling words at you and yelling stuff back at me.
Did the word Dumbos end up in it? That was a good
For
one.
the first
I
three
felt
cuts
like
of
you were
it.
inside
It was. And
Sometimes.
most of it was, wasn't it?
They're
It was
forced
a lot
me
of
to let you guys go, but I want to mention Carl and Rachel here. Rachel's been in almost all of Taika, every single one of Taika's projects. Almost
yeah.
all of them.
4 or 5.
Voiced the grandmother in Moana, a lot of my whale rider. I know, what can you, because I was scouring the internet to find out, is there going to be a reveal, or were you just sort of the person he needed to have in the movie? What can you tell us about your role?
I'm not sure. Was Topaz created? Did you create Topaz?
Yeah, we wanted Jeff to have a
bodyguard.
And Carl, we need a skirt, guys.
And also, just because I love working with Rach, and she's been in everything. And if I found a role in What We Do in the Shadows, she would have been in that as well.
We needed to balance out the set with more Kiwis.
We had, and we were so close to home, and just so many Ockers everywhere, just that accent, just in your ear all day long. Australians, so many Aussies, and it's like having like a glass jar of nails, just like rattling inside of your head all day long. And so we had to get some the monotonous Kiwi dulcet Kiwi tones in there just to balance.
See what I
have
did
to
there,
let
mate?
you guys go.
Passed the ball to him, and he ran with it.
And I'm afraid of the Marvel people, so I have to let you guys go. November 3rd, we get Thor Ragnarok.
We can go a little bit longer.
20 minutes. We got 20 minutes here.
They said it was fine.
Kevin Feige.
Don't hurt me. It's coming out November 3rd. We're so excited for this movie. It looks incredible. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. And go to EW.com for more information. Of course, more coverage of Comic-Con 2017. Thor Ragnarok.